Hello Lovebugs, it's me Loverrlee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am actually working on a build collab that is with BreeSimulated. She's an amazing YouTuber. I met her through Twitter, and basically we decided to make this build mode collab. We wanted to do something for the new Get Famous pack, so it was really all her idea. I'm not gonna lie. Bree, she came up with the idea of doing a lounge, and she also built the exterior shell that you see me just jumping into. All I did was have to furnish the interiors, but yeah, I really liked the shell that she came up with. We don't get to see it very much. We're just kind of jumping right into the interior design here, but basically there's even some things already placed for me, there was a piano, there were some tables and chairs, and like those items, you guys can kind of see it back there. There was a like a DJ mixing booth. Anyway, I moved those chairs into the corner, and then I make the club dance area kind of right as you walk in. Now, I could be wrong because I haven't really, I'll be honest, I'm the first one to admit, I really haven't been to a lot of real clubs, but I imagine that from the outside you want it to look very packed, even if that's not really the case. So I imagine you would put all of the all the people up front dancing in the club right up front, like by the doors. So especially like the doors, these doors Bree picked were really good because they're like glass. So it's like, I imagine like there would be like a bouncer out front, right? And then he would just be like people are trying to peek in and try to see, like, oh my god, look, they're having so much fun in there. Oh, I really want to get in to this club / lounge. Technically it is a lounge, but yeah. Anyway, I had a lot of fun furnishing this build. It was nice and challenging. I will say I did cheat in one little way. I do end up covering that window that you see right there in this upstairs VIP area, because I figured we should have some place for a TV. And now if it bugs you guys, I definitely recommend, when you guys download this and play it in your own game, I feel like there's never anything wrong with tweaking other people's builds, even if it's already pre-furnished for you. Do what works for you, right? So if you don't want that TV covering that window, because I tried to fix it like from the outside, but you guys will see it's like I put a little bubble, I blew so from the outside there I end up shrinking down a bubble wall to put in front of the window to kind of try to camouflage the fact that I covered the window with the TV. However, it wasn't the best. I'm gonna be honest. I could have done better. So yeah, in that way, that was the one thing that I kind of didn't perfectly nail as far as the designing around what she built. Also, I mean, I did move around these little walls just a tiny bit, but I kept basically the same idea just for the shape, because I really wanted these awesome benches, like these club, I don't know what, something about the black leather stuffed black leather couches like that just totally remind me of something that I imagine. Again, haven't been into many real clubs, but I would imagine something in a club, like some things I've seen in movies, you know what I mean? Bree also did an amazing job in naming this place. She called it the Swoon Lagoon-A. So I kind of went with that theme, as you guys can see. Now, at first I was struggling with color schemes. I'm not the best at sticking to one color. I'm gonna be honest. I do have a lot of color in this build, and but I end up going. I try to stick to more blues and greens downstairs, and then there's some pops of red. And then upstairs is a lot more red, because upstairs is like reds and oranges, and upstairs is going to be more like movie centric. Now I love that I was able to shrink down this marquee and make it right above the the bar there upstairs. So I thought that worked really well. And yeah, I was pretty happy with that, how that turned out. I just like, I was trying to do like, you know, because it's a VIP access area, right? So like, what do all VIPs, like Hollywood celebs, have in common? They love Hollywood. They love being in the limelight. So that's why I ended up doing the, like, just a very basic, you know, scheme there. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to figure out ways to like cleverly disguise these windows. I don't think I did the best of jobs, but I tried. I tried to like do window treatments that weren't necessarily curtains, and so that's why I found these. I forget which pack these are in, but they're like grates. I don't think they're either like perfect patio or outdoor stuff, but yeah. And then see, this is where I'm struggling with like these little bubble walls. Like I put some by the bar too, you can see, but when I shrunk them down, I didn't realize that because they weren't turned on in build mode, I didn't realize the bubble effects kind of don't shrink with it. So if that bugs you, I'm sorry. You can always just delete them out of your game again if it bugs you. It didn't bug me too much, but now I love this new poster. It fits so perfectly on that wall. And then that's actually also a new spray paint. So I'm, as you guys can see, I'm just searching right now for Get Famous stuff. I did try to restrict myself with the packs I was using to just what Bree used to build the shell. So this is actually a fairly limited pack build. The only thing I ended up adding to that list of packs was I had to get a vanity downstairs right as you're entering into the VIP lounge. I don't know why, I just thought it looked cool there. You know, again, it's not a big deal if you don't happen to have the pack that the vanity came with, which I believe is Vintage Glamour. If you don't have Vintage Glamour, but you, for some reason, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's one of the best packs in the game, and it totally complements the Get Famous pack. But if you don't, then you don't have to worry about it, because the only item in this whole build with that pack was just the vanity. But anyway, yeah, I'm really digging like the way the exposed brick looks here. Now again, see how I did that giant screen TV, which also came with Get Famous, and I did the little ticker. Now that little ticker is like stocks and stuff. I figure famous rich people would kind of want to, you know, keep an constant update on their stocks and how their investments are doing. I imagine if you're that rich, you'd be invested in a lot of things too at that point, and so you kind of want to, you know, keep up on your riches there. So that's why I did that above the TV upstairs in the VIP lounge. Now again, sorry, I do this all the time in these builds, but I'm not sticking to one area. I'm looking at different items and going, oh, this will go here, this will go here. So sorry if that makes you a little motion sick. I definitely get it, and I do apologize. I sympathize, but I can't decorate a room by room. That's just not how I can do these things. But yeah, I also decided to put these same, you know, grating things on the outside over on those windows as well. I love this kind of lighting. So I love these, like, I don't know what you even call them. They're just like studio lights, but they actually came in a prior pack. And yeah, see there, I was able to shrink down that bubble wall and stick it over the window, and I was like, ooh, this looks cool. It's a nice effect, but it only stuck out a little bit, and you guys will be able to see it. The bubbles kind of go up and above. I don't really mind. It kind of, in the way I see it, is that it's like, it's just like a fancy wall art display of bubbles that, like, it's bubbling in the inside, but it's also shooting bubbles out the top and bottom. And yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's just a fancy art display. But if you guys don't like it, again, you can always delete those little bubble walls. But yeah, basically trying to add a lot of greenery, all these vases with like red and green. Again, not on purpose, but it is funny that it is Halloween, not Halloween. It's Christmas time now. It is actually, as I'm recording this, December 1st. This video should be up December 2nd at 11 my time, if all goes well. Hopefully, Bree, I'm just letting you know now. I really am trying to get this video out on time perfectly. scheduled for you. So hopefully that is the case. Knock on wood here. But yeah, I really love these new rugs. Like, these colors are beautiful. This red and that blue. Yeah, again, like a lagoon blue. Like, I was really happy with the way those two new rugs, like those two new patterns, really coordinated well. Now here I'm fixing these mirrors. If you guys can see, I end up going the bigger mirror. I try to play it and keep that bigger mirror. I end up going back to those smaller mirrors. I just think they looked fancier. You know, sometimes I'll do something that just doesn't work, like those lights I was trying to put out on the patio here. They were just way too much, so I decided to delete them. But yeah, and obviously, as you guys can see, that like Hollywood, underneath the Hollywood bar, I put a bunch of trophies, and it's just like stuff that you would imagine famous celebs would like just have on display. They're like, oh yeah, I have so many awards. Here, you guys can rent one of my awards to like display at the local club. I don't know. You know, does that make any sense? I don't know. That's, again, this is all through my imagination, right? I'm such a dork. I have no idea how real celebrities act or what real celebrities do with their off time. I really have no clue, but that's what I would imagine. They're like, ooh la la, you know, look at us. We're hanging out in our rooftop bar and yeah, looking at our nice, you know, awards and stuff. And that's why there's like a whole thing of money over there. Like, as you walk up, you're like, oh, where do I lay down my brick bars and my suitcases of money? I'll just put it here, like as if it's a coat rack, but it's for all your money. I don't know. Is that silly? Oh, I did add some pipes out back because I thought it was fun. I don't know. I really tried really hard not to touch anything that Bree did out front. I did add, like I said, a few decoration items to the exterior, but for the most part I kept it how Bree built it. And again, she did all the layout and architecture work and did such a great job coming up with his name. I just think it's so cute to say Swoon Lagoon, Swoon Lagoon, Swoon Lagoon. But yeah, basically, I'm nearing up here, I think. Yeah, we're done now. Here is the screenshots. So it's just really nice, like during the day. Oh, I didn't get any footage of putting that little lagoon out front, but you guys, I did put a little lagoon, and it was the first time working with those terrain tools to get it right in there. It's so perfect. I love that poster as you're coming in. I just feel like it's so Hollywood, modern, and then with the graffiti in the back. I just think it's like a really cool looking place, you know. And then like they're trying not to be too cool, so they don't have like the best fancy equipment, but look at that lounge area. Wouldn't you want to sit here? And they do have a cool like video game place. I don't know, I just thought it filled out the space there. I don't know how many celebs play video games in their lounge clubs, but you know, got a little piano in the corner, and then this is the VIP section where you can go in if you want to touch up your makeup before going upstairs to the real VIP party. You know what I mean, girlfriend. And here, you know, another little lounge area. Now, this is the bar. I love the way this bar turned out. However, there is a kind of annoying little glitch where the bartender, there's only one bartender, so I end up fixing it later on. You guys can see now she started this painting. As you guys can see, it's kind of half colored. Your sim can finish it. I kind of liked it, the look of it unfinished back there, but yeah, if you want, you can also switch and change it up. That's why I put a graffiti wall instead of like a regular just wall art poster. I just thought it fit with the rest of the theme downstairs as well. And yeah, oh, I totally talked over that, but there's massage tables out on the other balcony, and here is how I fixed that glitch where I was able to put a chair in front of that upstairs bar, the VIP bar, so that this bartender will go downstairs. Now, my sim tried to order a drink, and check out this girl. So my sim ordered a drink, fell asleep, and like crashed on the floor, and this chick stole our drink, and so we go over to confront her, like, what the heck, biche, please. And we start beating her up. And yeah, she beat us, but it was just like, it was so rude, so I had to include screenshots. That has nothing to do with the rest of the bill, but just had to include those for you guys. I just thought it was funny. And yeah, so my sim decided to chill in the hot tub, and I scared her awake because she fell asleep through the night. But yeah, anyway, that is the lagoon Swoon Lagoon-A. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, this was a collaboration with BreeSimulated, so definitely go over to her channel, watch her video on the building of the exterior, and this is available on the gallery under hashtag Loverrlee or under the EA ID, The Last Love Bites. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day.